Visuals show Lady Mary walking through the gardens in the golden afternoon light. The man appearing just beyond the trees, their eyes meeting across the distance. Another scene might show a table set for tea where their hands almost touch. Yet, they pause, the tension of anticipation hanging in the air. This section also emphasizes the internal struggle Lady Mary faces. She is acutely aware of her past, her losses, and the caution that has kept her heart safe. Yet, the unexpected man awakens something she had thought lost in openness to joy, to laughter, and to the possibility of a love that is real and compelling. Each encounter, each shared smile, draws her closer, yet also makes her question her own readiness to trust someone new. Music underscores this delicate tension, a soft, romantic melody with subtle undertones of suspense, reflecting both the growing intimacy and the uncertainty that surrounds it. Shadows and light play across the estate's halls and gardens, symbolizing the duality of hope and caution within Lady Mary's heart. The audience begins to feel the magnetism between them, the subtle pull of two worlds colliding, the refined, ordered life of Downton Abbey and the unpredictable, exciting energy brought by this unexpected visitor. By the end of this section, the audience should feel the first threads of romance weaving between Lady Mary and the mysterious man, a connection built not on grand declarations but on nuanced emotional intimacy. They are drawn together slowly, naturally, and irresistibly, setting the stage for the tension and drama that is about to follow. Just as the fragile bond between Lady Mary and the mysterious man begins to grow, shadows of doubt and tension start to creep into the elegant halls of Downton Abbey. Love in this estate has always been entwined with expectation, duty, and family scrutiny, and the arrival of someone unknown brings unease as much as curiosity. Whispers ripple through the corridors, subtle glances exchanged between family members, and even the staff senses a shift in the atmosphere. Nothing is spoken aloud, yet everyone feels that the ordinary order of Downton is being disrupted by something more. Someone that refuses to fit neatly into tradition. Lady Mary herself is caught between fascination and caution. Her heart responds to the unexpected man's charm, intelligence, and gentle confidence, yet she cannot ignore the unease that accompanies his presence. There are questions she cannot ask aloud, suspicions she cannot voice, and memories of past heartbreak that warn her to remain guarded. The narration heightens the tension in the world of Downton Abbey. Appearances are everything, but hearts are unpredictable. When a stranger awakens desires long held in check, the price of curiosity can be high. Visuals emphasize the suspense. Lady Mary stands at a window, the golden afternoon light casting shadows across her face, eyes narrowed with worry and wonder. In another shot, a servant quietly watches the man from afar, his movements cautious and deliberate, hinting that secrets may linger beneath his composed exterior. The camera lingers on subtle gestures, a hand hesitating over a letter, a door left slightly ajar. A whispered conversation cut short, building a sense that tension is thickening, that every glance and every step may carry hidden meaning. Conflict also emerges within Lady Mary herself. Her desire to embrace this unexpected connection battles against the lessons of her past, betrayals, heartbreaks, and the heavy responsibilities of her family legacy. Each interaction with the mysterious man becomes a delicate dance between curiosity and restraint, attraction and skepticism. The audience feels the push and pull of her emotions, the way her heart yearns for connection while her mind warns her of danger. The music swells with suspenseful undertones, blending romantic tension with a subtle sense of foreboding. Shadows in the hallways lengthen, the estate's grandeur becomes a backdrop for emotional uncertainty. And even moments of laughter or shared glances are tinged with the possibility of hidden motives. Every element, visuals, narration, and sound works together to make the audience question not only the mysterious man's intentions, but also how Lady Mary will respond to this intrusion into her carefully controlled world. By the end of this section, viewers should feel the stakes rising. The attraction is undeniable, but danger, secrets, and family scrutiny loom over every interaction. The tension sets the stage for the emotional climax that is about to unfold. leaving the audience eager to discover whether love will triumph over fear and suspicion. The air inside Downton Abbey is thick with unspoken emotions. Every corridor and chamber echoing with anticipation. Lady Mary stands in the grand hall, the late afternoon sun streaming through the tall windows, casting long golden shadows on the polished floors. Her heart beats faster than it has in years, a mix of hope, fear, and undeniable attraction. Across the room, the mysterious man appears, his figure calm and deliberate. Yet every movement carries a quiet intensity that pulls at the very core of her being. In this moment, everything else, the expectations, the whispers, the rules of tradition fades into the background. It is just the two of them, caught in a fragile electric tension that neither fully understands. But both feel deeply. The narration heightens the emotional stakes, in a world bound by duty and decorum. The heart sometimes speaks in whispers too powerful to ignore. For Lady Mary, the pull toward the unexpected is no longer a choice. It is a calling she cannot resist. Visuals show her trembling slightly as she adjusts her gloves, her eyes meeting his, a subtle flicker of recognition passing between them. Silent acknowledgement of shared longing, a connection that defies words. Every gesture, from the slight tilt of his head to the brief, almost touching hands, is loaded with meaning. Conflict and emotion intertwine. Lady Mary's mind races with memories of heartbreak and caution, yet her heart dares to hope. The mysterious man steps closer, the distance between them charged with tension, a promise unspoken but palpable. It is in this intimate, delicate moment that the audience realizes the depth of their connection, not through words, but through glances, pauses, and the magnetic energy that draws them together. Every subtle movement carries weight, a breath, a hesitation, a step forward that feels like a leap of faith. The music swells. It's tender yet dramatic, blending longing and suspense into a single emotional current. Shadows and light play across the grand hall, symbolizing the balance of doubt and desire, secrecy and revelation. The camera focuses on Lady Mary's face, capturing every nuance of emotion, her longing, her uncertainty, and the flicker of courage that finally breaks through the layers of restraint. She is held for so long. The emotional climax is not marked by words, but by presence, the silent acknowledgement that something profound is happening. The audience feels the electricity, the risk, and the beauty of a love that is delicate, unexpected, and life-changing. This is the turning point, the moment when Lady Mary's heart begins to open fully, and the mysterious man becomes more than a shadow or a stranger. He becomes a possibility, a catalyst for transformation in a lifelong defined by caution and duty. By the end of this section, viewers should feel the intensity of Lady Mary's emotions, the undeniable connection with the mysterious man, and the anticipation of what will happen next. The stage is perfectly set for the final tease, leaving hearts racing and curiosity at its peak. As the golden light of dusk settles over Downton Abbey, the estate takes on an almost magical quality. Shadows stretch across the gardens, the grand halls glow with a warm, muted brilliance, and the quiet hum of life continues. Seemingly unchanged, but everything is shifted. Lady Mary stands near the window, her gaze fixed on the horizon, her thoughts tangled with excitement, fear, and the thrill of something entirely new. The mysterious man lingers in the distance, neither too close nor too far. A presence that feels both comforting and dangerously unpredictable. The air between them is thick with unspoken possibilities. It's a delicate tension that promises love, intrigue, and secrets yet to be revealed. The narration teases the future, leaving viewers with a sense of wonder and anticipation in a world built on tradition, where every move is measured and every heart guarded. One unexpected man has arrived, shaking the foundations of Downton Abbey and awakening emotions no one anticipated. For Lady Mary, the journey has only just begun. Will she'll follow her heart, or will the weight of the past hold her back? Visuals capture fleeting moments of connection. A glance exchanged in the fading light, a hand brushing a table as if yearning for contact, and the man's silhouette framed against the grand doorway of the estate, mysterious yet magnetic. The Camera slowly pans across the estate, lingering on familiar details. The gardens where whispers of the past seem to linger. The grand hallways echoing with tradition, and the windows reflecting a sky painted with twilight hues. These visuals reinforce the contrast between the familiar world Lady Mary has always known and the thrilling, it's unknown that now stands before her. Subtle music swells and then softens, balancing hope, suspense, and the quiet pulse of a story that is far from over. To maintain viewer engagement and curiosity, text, overlays, or visual hints might appear. Season 7. A love that defies expectations. Secrets await. Or will Lady Mary follow her heart? These cues work together with the narration and visuals to ensure the audience is left eager, speculating about what will happen next, and emotionally invested in Lady Mary's journey. In the grand and silent halls of Downton Abbey, where every corner holds secrets and every glance tells a story, something unexpected is stirring. Lady Mary, known for her strength and careful heart, is about to meet a man who will challenge everything she believes about love. He is not who she expected, and yet something about him is impossible to ignore. Could this stranger be the one to finally awaken the feelings she thought were buried forever? Tonight, the walls of Downton will see a spark that no one saw coming. A spark that might change Lady Mary's life forever. The camera sweeps across the sprawling estate of Downton Abbey, capturing the morning mist that clings to the gardens and the quiet elegance of the stone walls. Every window seems to hold a story. Every door is secret waiting to be revealed. Lady Mary walks along the corridor, her steps measured, her eyes thoughtful. She pauses at the grand staircase, gazing down as if waiting for something or someone she cannot yet name. The world of Downton Abbey is filled with expectations, tradition, and carefully measured emotions. Yet in this world of order and etiquette, an unexpected presence is about to turn everything upside down. Stock footage shows a fleeting shadow of a man entering the estate, his figure obscured by distance and fog. The camera shifts to Lady Mary's face, showing a flicker of curiosity mixed with guarded caution. Her past has been filled with heartbreak, loss, and responsibilities that leave little room for romance. Still, there is something magnetic about this unknown figure, something that pulls at her attention even as she tries to resist it. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation. Soft, haunting music underscores the tension, hinting that a story of love, mystery, and emotional risk is about to unfold. As the camera pans over the grand halls, the chandeliers, and the gardens beyond, the audience senses that this is not just another day at Downton. Something significant is arriving, a change that could ripple through Lady Mary's carefully controlled world. The narration emphasizes the theme of the unknown. In a place where every life is guided by tradition, the unexpected is rare. But when it arrives, it cannot be ignored. Visuals continue to alternate between Lady Mary's contemplative expressions and shadowy shots of the approaching stranger, building suspense. This opening sets the stage for the rest of the story. Hints at intrigue, romance, and emotional complexity, while keeping the audience curious about who this man is and why he has captured Lady Mary's attention. Every shot, every note of music, every pause in narration works together to pull the viewer into the world of Downton Abbey, making them feel that they are standing right there in the silent, elegant halls, waiting for the story to unfold. By the end of this first section, the audience should feel an immediate connection to Lady Mary, an intrigue about the stranger, and a sense of suspense that makes them eager to see what happens next. Lady Mary's life at Downton Abbey has always been a delicate balance between duty, family expectations, and the quiet ache of a heart that has loved and lost. From the polished floors of the Grand Hall to the sun-dappled gardens, every inch of Downton whispers of history, prestige, and the responsibilities she cannot escape. She has always carried herself with grace and control, her sharp mind and strong will shielding her from the pain of disappointment. But beneath that composed exterior, there is a longing desire for connection, for a love that challenges her intellect as much as it touches her soul. The past has shaped her in ways few can truly understand. Love has not always been kind. Heartbreak has carved lines of caution across her life. She remembers the moments of joy and sorrow with equal clarity, the laughter that once lit the rooms of Downton, the letters that arrived with hope and then with despair, and the quiet evenings spent alone, staring out at the gardens as if waiting for something or someone extraordinary to enter her life again. These experiences have left her guarded, yet quietly yearning for a love that feels both daring and real. A love that might finally break through the walls she has built around her heart. Meanwhile, the estate bustles with life. The staff moves with precision and care, the family gathers for formal dinners, and the ever-present hum of tradition fills the air. Yet even in this world of routine, there are subtle signs that change is coming. A letter arrives with no return. A carriage stops in the distance, a fleeting shadow glimpsed from a window. Every detail seems ordinary, yet carries the weight of possibility. Lady Mary senses that something or someone new is on the horizon. A presence that could stir emotions she has long kept hidden. The narration emphasizes her inner world. In a life measured by duty and expectation, the heart often whispers in ways the eyes cannot see. For Lady Mary, those whispers are about to grow louder, drawing her toward a path she never imagined. Visuals show close-ups of her thoughtful expressions, hands gently clasping a letter. A garden path bathed in golden afternoon light, and the estate stretching out like a kingdom of secrets and untold stories. This section establishes Lady Mary's emotional landscape, giving the audience insight into her past, her resilience, and her yearning. It also sets up anticipation for the arrival of the unexpected man, highlighting how the ordinary rhythm of Downton is about to be disrupted by something extraordinary. By grounding the story in her emotions and the estate's rich atmosphere, viewers feel intimately connected to her journey, ready to follow as new surprises unfold. The quiet rhythm of Downton Abbey is suddenly interrupted, not by a grand announcement or a formal gathering, but by something subtler, almost imperceptible. A carriage appears along the gravel driveway, its wheels crunching softly against the stones. Through the morning mist, a lone figure steps down, their face hidden by a hat. Their movements precise, yet carrying an air of confidence that cannot be ignored. This is no ordinary visitor. This is someone whose presence carries an unspoken promise of change. Lady Mary, engrossed in her morning routines, senses it before she even sees it. A fleeting shadow crosses the hall window, a soft echo of footsteps. On the gravel outside, her curiosity awakens, mingled with the caution she has learned from years of careful living. The mysterious man does not announce himself with fanfare. Instead, he moves quietly, absorbing the atmosphere of Downton Abbey as if he has stepped into a world he both respects and wishes to understand. Every gesture is calculated yet natural, leaving an impression that is impossible to dismiss. The narration draws viewers closer into the intrigue. In a place ruled by tradition and expectation, appearances are everything. Yet sometimes, the most remarkable hearts arrive quietly, unnoticed, until their presence is impossible to ignore. Stock footage or silhouette animations depict the man moving through the estate's gardens, lingering near a fountain, watching the morning light fall across the manicured lawns. His face remains hidden, his identity a tantalizing mystery. At every subtle movement, straightened posture, hand brushing against the carriage door. A glance toward the grand hall suggests a man who will not be forgotten. Inside, Lady Mary pauses, sensing that her carefully constructed world is on the verge of something unpredictable. Her past has taught her to recognize charm, intellect, and danger, but something about this stranger feels different. He is not merely another visitor. He is a question she cannot answer, a puzzle that invites her attention. And for the first time in a long while, a flicker of excitement crosses her face, a spark that hints at the possibility of change. Of a heart unguarded and open to the unexpected, visuals alternate between close-ups of Lady Mary's subtle reactions, her lips tightening in thought, her eyes narrowing with curiosity, and the enigmatic figure moving gracefully through the estate, never revealing too much. The music rises slightly, blending suspense with a quiet undertone of anticipation, signaling that the ordinary rhythm of Downton Abbey is about to be disrupted. This section builds tension and intrigue, It's making the audience wonder, who is this man? Why has he come to Downton Abbey? And most importantly, how will he capture the attention of someone as guarded and discerning as Lady Mary? By the end of this section, viewers should feel the electricity of the unknown and be eager to follow. The story, as the bond begins to form, the days at Downton Abbey begin to take on a new rhythm. The mysterious man is no longer just a fleeting shadow on the estate's grounds. He has become a presence that Lady Mary cannot easily ignore. Their encounters are quiet, subtle, yet charged with an unspoken tension. A shared glance across, a sunlit drawing room, a brief conversation in the library, a moment of laughter over a trivial remarkish interaction slowly chisels away the careful walls she has built around her heart. It is not dramatic declarations or grand gestures that define their connection. It is the small, intimate moments that leave the deepest impression. A hand brushing against a book as they reach for the same title, a nod of understanding during a conversation about the estate's affairs, a fleeting smile that lingers longer than expected. These small sparks hint at something neither of them can fully name yet. The mysterious man is attentive, perceptive, and respectful of Lady Mary's guarded nature. Yet there is a confidence in him that challenges her in ways she has not felt before. The narration guides the audience deeper into this unfolding bond. Sometimes, it is not the grand gestures that awaken the heart.